Hey folks, it's Mark Moldre here, and I guess if you stumbled across this video, you probably already know that my new album, Nambucca Fables, is mixed and mastered and ready to be manufactured and pressed. Looking forward to releasing this on vinyl and CD. This has been a bit of a long road, this record. It wasn't recorded like my other albums, where we went into a room and recorded with the band live. This record's been a slower process. We had to adapt and change tactics due to COVID and lockdowns, and it was a harder record to make and was a longer process, that's for sure.
It hasn't been done in one concentrated hit over a few days, tracking flat out, but rather just whenever we had time, we would rehearse a couple of songs and then we would record them.
The recording of this album took quite some time, done partially at home but mostly in the studio.
Hey, Ruben here, played bass for Mark on this album and had a really good time doing it. We all had a good time.
Yeah, I just want to say what a great experience I had working with Mark Moldre on this last record. First time I'd ever worked with Mark and band, and yeah, firstly, what a fantastic band. Basically a gang of friends, seems like they've been playing since day dot together.
The last two albums were quite raw and were recorded pretty quickly, very informally, and they've got a real rawness and even a theatrical kind of element that is a big part of their appeal.
It was also harder because it was a much more personal record for me than my last couple of records, and I just really struggled with writer's block.
And it is unique, obviously, like all the others, but this one particularly because of the motivation that has stemmed the flow of creativity for Mark with his songwriting, particularly with losing his mum, who was very close to Jamie and I. It was Auntie Dulcie to us for many years.
And it was an interesting journey in writing and recording the songs. Some sad moments and some happy moments.
Difficult time for Mark, but really some beautiful songs came out of it.
Conceptually, it's very occupied with grief and the loss of Mark's really beautiful mum, Dulcie, so it makes sense that it's a bit more of a considered approach, like it's a lot more intricate. And it's got really beautiful lyrics, some of Mark's best lyrics. It's when it comes to subject matter like that's really sensitive. Yeah, it's kind of like taking the horse to water but not dunking its head in the water. It's quite evocative. It doesn't hit you over the head. It's very ethereal. And yeah, parts of it are really, really moving and beautiful, but it's quite wise, and there's elements of light and wistfulness as well. So
my mum had passed away about 3 years ago now, and after I lost her, then I found I couldn't write. I didn't even want to play guitar. But there was a catalyst for change, and it was something that happened that was quite incredible, and the timing was quite incredible. And it still takes my breath away when I think about it. But when my granddad had passed away back in the early 90s, he had told my mum that he wanted me to have his old guitar. It was an old Tex Morton guitar from the 1940s. He was a Tex Morton fan, my granddad, and he used to sing and play and yodel to his 10 kids, of which my mum was one of the she had 9 siblings, big family, and he'd sit around and sing songs to them, and he wanted me to have the guitar that he used to use. But when he passed away, the guitar strangely disappeared, and my mum and I tried pretty hard to track it down, and we couldn't find it. An incredible thing happened while I was stuck having trouble writing these songs. I got a phone call from my sister who said that my cousin had found a guitar in her garage, and she sent me a photo of it, and I knew straight away what it was. And lo and behold, I have it now. I used it to write a whole lot of the songs on this new record. Songs came pretty thick and fast after I got this guitar.
But I think it's the best one yet. It's quite the listen to. It's quite the journey. So I hope everyone enjoys it, and please support Mark in this campaign.
Yeah, please get involved. You won't be disappointed. We all appreciate it very much, and we hope to see you soon. Maybe at a show, a live performance.
Ultimately, though, the songs that Mark's written for this album are really beautiful. They're tender, but they're hard-earned, and I think they come from a special place. So if you can get this album up in the air and back into your homes, I'm sure it'll be worth your while.
Yeah, beautiful album. People like to use terms like when they work on something of being humbled and honoured and all that sort of palaver, but it was an honour to work on this album.
Thanks for all of your help. It's going to a great cause and documenting an amazing person in Mark's mum.
So I can't wait for you to hear it. This record really means a lot to me. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks.